There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our last Wednesday of the month of April. Wow, here we go. The months are going by. Remember, days are like months, months are like years, and we have a lot of things happening, was happening, and will be happening. So, appreciate everybody that is here, being here, and you can take notes, but really this is a time also you want to be able to ask questions afterwards. If you don't put them in the questionnaire that I have out when I put out the announcements of our Wednesday calls, you can, do it here. And today we're going to have a real special presentation, and I'm anxious to see exactly what it's about because we're going to discover your potential and dive into new knowledge at any age. There we go. I'll be 78 next month. So, I'm no young'un, but, you never too old to learn, right?
Right.
And this is going to be taught to us, presented to us, and explained to us by Marilyn Fox Lewis. And so we appreciate that. Thank you very much for being here, Marilyn,
I'm
and
glad to be here.
being, doing this presentation. And I'm looking forward to many more of you doing presentations for us too. So take it away, Marilyn.
Okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
drink to that.
let's see. First, I want to share. Uh, I can't share yet.
You can't share?
Nope.
Oh,
Now try. Now
Okay.
try.
Okay. Ah, there
did
we
you?
are.
Sorry about that. You weren't co-host, were you?
Who, me?
Okay. Yeah,
No, never.
yeah. That's why you couldn't share. Okay. You're all set now.
Okay, let me do. Oh,
So we can see your screen now.
okay, from beginning. Okay, everyone. Some of I've shown this in our group meeting before, but it's as we are now with everything being new and learning and everything, it bears repeating. So here we go. Rediscover your potential, dive into new knowledge at any age. Why? Because you're never too old. It's exciting to be able to witness the wonder in the eyes of children as they experience and learn new things. For them, there is no challenge too big. Look at those faces. The excitement in the eyes of children, they make you smile, they give you hope. Remember when you were that way? Do you remember what it was like to learn new skills with friends who were learning with you? When you were excited about ants and bugs and anything you saw? Can you remember that? Who remembers this? I'm going to hit this and hopefully you can hear it as well. Remember the excitement of the competitions, the feeling that anything was possible?
To bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sport. Brought to you by Michelob Light, proud sponsor of the 1988 U.S. Olympic team. East India Corporation. And by Nutrition, which has so many things, tastes so good.
Do you remember that? Is there anyone here that remembers those days?
Mhm.
I do.
I remember going from watching cartoons to watching this every Saturday. It was exciting. Now, there's something I'd like for each of you to do. Close your eyes for a minute and just think about this. Think back on a time in your life when you were excited about learning something new. Just think on that. Ponder that a bit. Was it recently or so long ago that it's difficult to remember? When did the excitement of learning a new skill drain out of your life? Okay, you can look at the screen. But as we go through this, think about the word excitement. We're going through learning experiences now, but some people are like, I can't do this. But think about the excitement of learning something new. Can you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Can you remember that?
Mhm.
There are many reasons people may have for not trying something new. It may be because of time constraints. People have their own time slots within their lives that we can't set up someone else's time slots. They have to fit into their own. There may be financial costs. Some learning activities may come with associated costs, such as tuition fees or materials, which can be a barrier for some people. And we hear that a lot in V marketing. What's it going to cost me? Before you can explain anything to them, they're saying, what's it going to cost? There may be an initial difficulty, such as complex concepts or skills that the person might have to have in order to do this. And then there's always that F word, fear of the other F word, failure. There may be physical limitations. And even in talking to people doing our BRTs, we encounter many people that are on disability, and because of finally being able to receive money through disability, they're worried about making too much money. I haven't reached that stage yet. I haven't made too much. There might be confidence issues. People have been told many times in growing up, you can't do that, and their confidence is very low. There may be social pressure. They might be in family groups or friend groups that tell them, oh, you don't need to do that. You can't do that. And it's just a scam. People have competing priorities. And there's the risk of being overwhelmed. And people may have limited resources. I want you to stop shrinking yourself to fit places you've outgrown. Don't talk yourself out of wanting something just because you haven't figured out yet how you're going to do it. And we can see ourselves in front of the computer screen dealing with all of the computer issues. But we know what to do. Call Lynn. Nancy.
That's right.
There are benefits of learning something new. There's mental stimulation. Learning something new at any age keeps your brain active and sharp. There's personal growth. It fosters personal development and self-improvement. It increases your confidence. Acquiring new skills or knowledge can boost your confidence and self-esteem. There's adaptability. Learning new things helps you to stay adaptable to change and new challenges. But we haven't experienced that recently, right?
Mhm.
It expands your social networks. And coming into Triple R, you've met so many new people, good people. I have on here career advancement, but most of us are trying to build our business. It improves your memory, and we can all use that. It helps you with problem solving. And you have a great sense of accomplishment. There's 3 words that we're saying over and over each day. I did it. And through that, we've experienced enjoyment and fulfillment. And with this sense of accomplishment right here, just hearing and seeing someone type in, I just sold a PBS. How about that? The more you learn, the less you fear. Learn not in the sense of academic study, but in the practical understanding of life. And this is Zig Ziglar. I love his quotes. Time can be an ally or an enemy. What it becomes depends entirely upon you, your goals, and your determination to use every available minute. The only skill that will be important in the 21st century is the skill of learning new skills. Everything else will become obsolete over time. Whether one-on-one or in a group, you can learn something new. There are others waiting to cheer you on and help you over the hurdles. And we found that here, always. All of the top achievers I know are lifelong learners, looking for new skills, insights, and ideas. If they're not learning, they're not growing, not moving towards excellence. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Do it, and then you will feel motivated to do it. And this is me. When I get old, they're never going to say, what a sweet old lady. They're going to say, what on earth is that crazy old woman up to now?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. And please take it to heart. You're never too old.
That's just
That was
like Grandma
great
Moses.
job.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that.
That was excellent.
That was
Thank
wonderful. Thank you.
Proud of you, Marilyn.
Thank you.
Beautiful job.
Glad I came on.
That was
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Elizabeth. That's
Yes,
good.
I'm here.
Thank
Good.
you,
Nice,
Marilyn.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
that last picture reminds me of Grandma Moses. You know, she didn't stop painting until she was 80 years old.
Right.
And so again, you're never too old to learn. And the other thing that I liked about that presentation, I mean, I had a laugh because remember the little boy in the toilet bowl?
Was that you?
No, well, we always used to say, goodbye, cruel world, and flush the toilet. Yeah, and that's what came to mind when I saw that. I said, oh, that's appropriate. You know,
Yeah.
when things get tough, you know, that's what you feel like doing is just flushing
Yeah.
yourself down the toilet and let it go.
Flush it down and start all over again. Hey, keep
Yeah,
going. Yeah.
that was awesome.
That
I
was
love those
good.
quotes too. Those guys I read, well, umpteen decades ago,
Yeah.
and they're still true today. You know,
Mhm.
everything they said back there, you know, I've read and learned back in the 70s and late 60s, early 70s, and from there on.
Mhm.
And you know, like Think and Grow Rich and from
Yeah.
Napoleon Hill and all of those, they're great readings and
Yeah.
inspiration. They're all motivators, and that's what they're, you know, actually characterized as motivators. And
Yeah.
just like Rory's a motivator in his time too.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, and also what they said is, you know, I know what I said before, you're never too old to learn. So as long as you're learning, you're moving forward. Okay.
That's right.
Life is a learning experience. And I, again, long time ago, they said, once you stop learning, you're basically dead, because
Yeah.
when you're living, you're learning. And this is a platform, and especially now, right, everybody, with what's going on, the new CRM and the PBS, Vortex, I don't, they're all learning experiences.
Yeah.
That was really timely, Marilyn.
Thank you. Thank you. Well,
Would you
should I ask, are there any questions?
Questions
me,
for
I
the
don't-
comments and puts? There you go, Alicia.
I have a comment. The comment is I have a t-shirt and I bought it on purpose because it says it's weird to finally be the same age as old people.
Huh. Yeah,
And I love wearing that t-shirt.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. I loved it. It's very good.
Thank you.
Oh, check this T-shirt, legend.
You. There you go.
You see that?
1946.
Legend.
It's
I
back in the day, huh?
graduated high school in 1964 and was born in 1946.
All right.
So you just turn those numbers around. A legend in my own time.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
back then, did
young
you ever
cookie.
think of yourself being old? And back in, you know, when you're children, you say, oh, I got plenty of time, 40 years before I'm 50 years before I'm 70 or something. And you turn around and here you are, wherever you're at, you're here now. And if we had this opportunity back when we were a lot younger,
Mhm.
boy, imagine where we'd be today.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But again, you're never too able to learn.
Exactly.
May take a little longer and be a little harder, but you can still do it, right?
So Marilyn, your presentation asked when the last time was that we were excited.
Yes.
Do you know when my last time was?
Tell me.
It felt like Christmas Eve. It really did when I was 10 years old.
Oh,
That was last Friday.
okay.
And then we got Rory on Saturday. And he delivered.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm very happy with all this new stuff. I'm excited to learn it.
Yes. And that's the word we can hold on to. Be excited. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Be excited. Stick it on your mirror. I'm excited.
And again, here's
Inspired.
your opportunity to be excited and to express yourself and to, you know, teach the rest of us what you know, what
Yeah.
you've learned, what you're excited about. Because it all fits into our environment,
Yeah.
you know?
And it also shows up in your voice when you're talking to your leads, when you're
That's
calling
right.
people on the phone. Makes a big difference.
That's right.
Yeah, when you're when you're doing the BRT, one of the things you want to do is get your stature in place. You know, if you're sitting at a desk like we do, you know, all day long, I find myself moving at the edge of my seat sitting up straighter than I have been when I'm talking with somebody. That way also your voice will project more too, anyway, you know. But I'm leaning forward now. When I'm talking with somebody, I'm leaning forward and I'm looking back and forth because I got at least a couple notepads, you know, and I'm writing down when the phone's ringing and ready to talk with somebody, you know. And again, like Rory says, doesn't matter. You can't say anything wrong, but always have, you know, it's always good to have a script in front of you anyway, always to fall back on.
Mhm.
But you want to be alert. Take a deep breath before you call somebody, and then just get ready to, you know, expel what you want to talk to them about, you know, developing a BRT. But you want to be alert. You don't want to be sleepy. Take a brain before you start calling people.
Yeah. I
Please
remember
look.
when I first started with the V marketing, and Rebecca would tell me, you people hear in your voice that you're excited about what you're doing. And I'm like, Rebecca, how can I be excited? I don't know what I'm doing. I just got here. I'm new. I don't know what's going on. But we can be excited because we're learning something new. We're seeing the talents within each other come out every day, and that's exciting as well. So as we learn more, we can share more with others, and we can do our V marketing and be excited. There's so much here. It's like Regina and I were saying, there's so much that you can work on. If you don't fit into this niche, there's another. Just do what you can do and share what you know and go from there. And people will hear it in your voice.
Nicely said, Miss Marilyn.
Hi.
I said, nicely said. I'm learning because I have a lot of those fears. Miss Rebecca, I know you told me otherwise not to do that, but it's natural. I'm like that right now.
Oh, what's today's date? The 24th of April.
24th.
Okay, this time next month,
You know what you're
report
gonna
it. It's going to be different. It will.
Okay.
May 24th. I want to hear you tell me something different.
Otherwise, right. I hear you.
Okay, we have a date.
Goodness. I'm sure you will hold me to it too.
Yes.
I promise I
Yep.
come forward.
So there you go. There's something to learn. You want to smile all the time. Some people don't even realize that when they're on your telephone unless you're in this type of profession and you're talking with somebody, just by smiling, they can sense that. They can, you know, it comes
Exactly.
over to them, you know? And when you talk, it's just like talking with somebody live face to face, you know. If you're not smiling, then the people aren't really interested in you, you know, face to face. I mean, nobody wants to be around moody people, you know? And the same thing when you're on the telephone. So just think of the telephone as the little person inside the telephone you're talking to, and smile at them. And we're paying it forward. We're letting them know we have something, you know? It's up to them to grasp the gold ring if they want to take you know, if they want to change their lives, you know. But that's what we're here, teaching one person at a time to learn how to be better, have a better financial life, and everything that comes with it, right?
Yes.
Just if, like Roy keeps saying, you don't know what you don't know. And if all the millions of people that are hurting for money knew that there's somebody here to help them, they wouldn't be hurting for money, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But so it's our job, JOB, to just tell them what's available. And these people are grown-ups, you know, they can make up their own mind. But remember, they're coming from an employee mindset.
Yeah.
And we got to change it to an employer mindset. So when we're talking BRTs, you know, and asking about do they travel, do they, you know, what are their hobbies and this and that, we've got to let them feel like this is what you're going to get when you're an employer, not an employee, you know. And when you're working for yourself, you have that ability to make the income that you want, not to be trapped by working for somebody else that you make money for them and
Right.
not for you as much for yourself, you know. So that is awesome, you know. So all those little things, snippets that you had in there, very appropriate.
Thank you.
Yeah. And some
Marilyn,
people
would you
just take
mind,
one.
would you mind sharing that with us,
Oh, I don't mind.
the group?
Just tell me what to do.
That was awesome.
Marilyn, that was fantastic. And Tom, I wanted to ask you, do you still need someone for next Wednesday to speak?
For next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, May 1st. Yes.
Okay. Sign me up. And Marilyn, I wanted to thank you. I had an idea for something and you are my inspiration.
Oh, you can do it.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I'm excited now to
I'm so
because I'm
glad.
going to be learning some new things as I do this presentation, but
Yeah.
you're my inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you get a hold of me on WhatsApp?
Absolutely.
Okay. Excellent. See? There
Okay.
you go.
Who's up for the second week in May?
Thank you, Marilyn.
Go Marilyn.
We have all the first 4 weeks actually in May that are available. May is 29 days in May, so we have 5 Wednesdays, but the last Wednesday is covered.
Okay.
Talk about planning ahead. But now we got to plan up front here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that Monday right after May 5th, I guess it's going to be the 6th, is if I got my days right,
yeah.
we're going to probably be talking about Bella Vita a lot.
Mhm.
I have a feeling that Costa is going to come out with some incredible offers right then and there. But after that, please sign up, guys.
That's right. So May 5th and Wednesday is May 8th. I'm sure we'll probably be talking about what was done on May 5th and 6th.
Yep. Thank you, Tom.
So how do I share this? How do I put it in the chat?
Well, do you have a PowerPoint? That's a PowerPoint,
Yes,
right?
it's
And you
PowerPoint.
have it up on my drive? Do you have it listed up there under you on your My Drive
It's just on my computer.
as a
Whose drive?
backup?
I don't know.
Okay. No.
Maybe Rebecca can help you get it into my
Okay.
drive.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
way we can all access it that way.
Okay.
Get a link.
Yeah, just like your website, you're doing backups on your website, on your web pages, you know,
Okay.
so you have your My Drive to do that. And you just add another folder for Wednesday afternoon, you know, April 24th presentation. You have your PowerPoint in there. And then from there, you can get a link that you can share.
Okay.
But yeah, do it with Rebecca and, you know, both of you can have fun doing that.
Yeah, I'll learn something new.
There you go.
Perfect.
Life is a learning experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of great things you can do with the computer and Microsoft Word and My Drive. That's, you know, just one of them. And just like you're doing, you know, it's you train you in learning, you do by experience and your experience, you know.
Mhm.
If you don't know what to do, figure it out, have somebody help you figure it out, then you'll know the next time.
Mhm.
Again, just like we're doing with CRM. And believe me, we're doing a lot of asking questions and learning. So it makes it easier. Repetition is easy. You know, the more you have it, the better it is. The easier you learn.
We have 43 people here today. That's wonderful.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you everybody for being here. Hope you learned something, took notes. We'll get that, and when you do have that link, then we could put it in the WhatsApp chat. You know, under Donna's team group and the various groups. Since there's so many people here, 43 of us, are there any questions about anything that you wanted to ask somebody? Especially, you know, the new folks are starting off. If there's something that you wanted to ask, were a little confused about, just wanted a little bit of clarity.
I have one, Tom. Can we go over the CRM? So I can write the directions down?
Sure,
But
we can. Let's, first of all, I've got a couple suggestions. Tom, did you have anything else that you needed to go over right now? Then let's
No.
take questions on CRM. First of all, if you're brand new into the program, I just wanted to remind you that you never enter your own information into the CRM. Your instructor makes that card for you. Okay, so don't enter it, otherwise you're duplicating, and that gets to be a challenge. The next thing is make sure that as you're creating cards, as you create customers, that you, once you convert them to a customer, that on the far right, make sure to add me as admin. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to help you at all. And you always need to fill in assigned to. That's in several different places. That's on the first lead page. And you always start with that page. They have to be a lead first. Fill in your name on the person that you're talking to. Now, if it's a lead and it doesn't belong to you, let's just do that when you're searching for a lead. Before you do anything with that lead, look over that page and look in the description and see if there's any notes there. Because that really makes a big difference on how that moves forward. And that's causing a lot of issues right now because people aren't bothering to do that. They look at the leads after they've started talking to the person, and they get far enough down the road that they think they're going to be assigning themselves to that person, and they look at the notes and the description and find out that person has been in there for a while and other people have worked with them. Another thing that I want to ask you to do every single time is find that little box that says, I have contacted this person, and put the date in there. Anytime you've talked to a person, make sure you click that little box and add the date to that. Okay. That is one big thing that helps people as they are going through the list, deciding who they're going to talk to. Another big issue is we need everybody to get in and activate their vortex. Now, if you have been in DTCA vortex and you just recently paid it, you just recently updated it, Tanya has gotten most of those updated right now in the new vortex. So you may have a different, you may be active still. If that's the case, then check the date so that you know when you're going to need to pay and start this new subscription. If you have not, and you don't have a vortex subscription, you need to go in and click on subscriptions and find your name in that horrendous list of people and click on view subscription. And then it'll take you to another page, and up in the right-hand corner, there's a green button that says subscribe or activate. I can't remember which one it says, but it's a green button. Click it, and then it'll ask you for your credit card information. It's $59.95. If you get in now before it switches over, then you can get it for $59.95. Otherwise, the new price is going to be $135, I think he said.
Yeah, 139.
139, yeah. So get in now and get activated. If you can't find your name or you can't find how to activate your subscription, please let your instructor know so they can walk you through that, help you get that done. That's going to save you a lot of money. Rebecca, do you have a question?
I think I have found how to get them there much easier, and because some of my students will say, okay, I can't find it, and some will find it easy. And then going through all of the names is sometimes hard. So what I do is go to the view, and then when it goes to the kind
Customer
of the
view.
voucher or whatever that is right there, and then I just copy the link and then just give it to them, and it goes straight to that subscribe link.
Yeah, I've been
page.
doing that too.
So
That's
they don't
that's
have
a-
to look for the names because it's already there. They're
Yep.
linked to that already.
And
So
instructors.
that's one thing I found out.
Instructors, I would follow that because that is the easiest way to have somebody get in and find their subscription to activate it. You do have to go in and fill in that application, I guess, for a better word, for them. You have to put in the description, and you have to put in the terms and conditions. You have to paste those in. Don't forget that. And then have them activate it. Those of you that are on my team, if you can't, if you go under, well, contact me for a link and I'll get you there and walk you through it.
We're losing you.
All right, let's open it up for questions then for right now.
Now, I wanted to ask you or say something when you are looking for it. When you're looking for your name, you should probably be looking under customer rather than staff, right?
Yes,
You'd be able
absolutely.
to find your name better that way.
Yep.
Find customer.
Some people can't find themselves under customer, but I think the link has worked better for me. If you can send them the link to the subscription paper itself.
Yes.
So if the instructor goes in and goes to their customer section, finds their name, clicks on the subscription, give them that link. And that'll give you time if their application is not filled out, if you haven't added the description and the terms and conditions, you can go ahead and do that while they're getting in there, and then have them click on view subscription, and then that little green button in the upper right corner, and then they can just enter their credit card information and activate it. We need everybody to do that as quickly as possible.
Now, is that for everybody that has been inactive and hasn't worked for a long time?
If they're members and they are customers, if they have a PBS, they need to get active. Yes, because the point is, the whole reason Rory did this is to cut down costs and to get people to have the ability to have access to all the tools that they need to start making money ASAP. So yes, they do. If they want to be active, then they need to activate their subscription to the Vortex. And that is kind of like our anchor number 2 offer right now, because that gives you access to the educational program. That also gives you access to getting paid for C&D. It will have a live phone that you will be able to activate and use. Unlimited use for that. Plus you'll have access to unlimited leads to be used according to the protocol that you've agreed to.
But you have to be talking to the people, to the students first, and before
Yes.
you can do anything, because if they haven't
Yes.
been in communication with you for about a year, and we still have their names, first of all, I don't even know how you can tell if they're still active with the PBS or not. And then if they are, we'd have to talk with them and then get into the card and, you know, do the following. Because I had to do it together, you know, with my student in order to get it done, because his name wasn't even in there. But I found him on my, you know, board.
Right. And that brings up another point, Tom. If you have cards on Trello, you need to move everything that you can over to this new one, or you're going to lose it. As of another week from now, if you've got more than 10 people on your board, as most instructors do, you're going to be locked out. So if you have more than 10 people accessing your board, you need to remove them from that board. And you'll have to hunt for stuff for them. You need to tell them that they need to get the information they need off of that board. Like, give them 2 days notice. 2 days, yeah. And then
I thought I was
take 'em
done until today. Then I realized, Rod, I had a couple of instructors that their people were still over there. So I was saying this before we started, but that's what I was doing all morning, saying, oh, I have to rush over there because we only have until May 8th, you know, to do this.
Yeah, it's getting really short, and they're really serious. They're just gonna throw us out of there. So
so in order to sign them up for the PBS Vortex, we need to be talking with the people. Otherwise, you know, that's just wasting our time trying to figure it out.
And I would make them watch that training video, and I'm sure Rory's going to be updating that as well. But that's something that you should demand that everybody, all of your students, watch that.
Which training video is that?
The one about the Vortex.
Oh,
I'll look for it again. But it's, you know,
what he did last Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a minimum. Let's see. So always start at leads. Like if you're on, always start a person at the lead level and then move up. Okay. Don't enter them as a customer. They have to be a lead first, and then you move them up the ranks there.
Yeah, when you're looking at them actually as a lead, also you may get. Before we started, I just got one with about 6 with the same name. You know, moving them over from Trello. You got to go through every one of them, and if you can't find it, then you have to go through the emails to find them, and then use the telephone number to find them. If you can't finally find them after all of those, if nothing shows up, then you can do a new lead. But if you have looking up a person and there's more than one, even if there's 2, you want to check them both out to see if they're both the same or not.
Absolutely, because sometimes they may just have use different emails for some reason. So you want to combine those 2 cards. You don't want 2 cards floating around on them.
Right. And then some people's names are so common that there's more than one card for totally different people, you know.
Yeah,
with the same
I just
name.
had that this morning. There was 5 or 6 of them. It was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And it's time consuming. That's why, you know, you want to do it as soon as possible.
If it's
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Go ahead. On the Vortex, the 139, is that going to be monthly?
No, that's just to sign up at first, and then it's
Start up.
$59.95 monthly.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Okay,
But
let's
for
take
everybody
some-
that's in now, you don't have to pay for that. That's why you want to do it now. But for the new people coming in after not dial pad, but the equivalent to that we have in the PBS
phone
goes
system,
live,
yeah.
then that 139 is going to come in, take effect.
and that could be next week.
Yeah.
So you don't want to wait. Debbie.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me
Oh,
okay?
Debbie
Louder.
Debbie Payne. We'll start with that in.
Hi.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Team Debbie.
Yeah. Debbie, you need to come to Team Debbie. No, I'm just kidding. We've got a lot of Deborahs and Debbies, so
Yes, we do.
I just had a couple quick questions. The PBS vortex, I've got a little symbol on the side, and it's got PBS vortex. But if I click on it, it goes to YouTube. Is that
Goes to
right?
YouTube.
I mean, it goes directly to YouTube.
Can you share a screen and show us
Where's
what you're
that
talking
symbol?
about?
Yeah.
Sure. If
Oh,
you'll
here. Okay.
post,
I gotta make
co-host
you.
me.
Hang on. Hang
Yeah.
on. I gotta make you co-host. There you go.